Hello everyone, welcome to your favorite cat prep channel Quantifiers. Guys, there's an update that from now onwards we will be regularly putting a lot of videos on our channel. Some of the videos will go on the Facebook group and some on the YouTube channel and some on both of them, right? Also, if you would like to receive these PDFs, which includes these things, read of the day, RC of the day, set of the day. Set of the day is this all with video solution. You just need to do one thing. You need to visit the Google form link that is in the description of this YouTube video, and you have to just fill that form. Nothing else. ठीक है, ये करना है आपको, nothing else. अब चलते हैं आज के क्वेश्चन की तरफ. And since we are here, मैं आपको बता दूं that we are going to start our new batch super soon. In fact, if you are watching the video today, today is one of the best classes on TSD, which will cover a lot of concepts. So if you are interested, you can join, right? And you can just visit our website www.quantifiers.in for any doubts that you have or any information that you need, or you can directly call me. My name is Sahil Arora, as all of you know, right? Now, let's focus on the set. Let's see what it demands from an aspirant and how we should go about it, right? It says, in a certain training institute which had exactly 200 students, each student was given exactly one question from among the following categories: reasoning, mathematics, grammar, interpretation, and comprehension. So these are the five categories from which the 200 questions were allocated to 200 of the students, right? Chart 1 gives the distribution of questions among them. However, since the students were not happy with the type of questions each one had received, they exchanged their questions with each other in such a way that none of them had a question of the same category as they had earlier. What do we mean by that? कि जो 39 बच्चों को मैथ का क्वेश्चन मिला था, these 39 have exchanged their questions with grammar, comprehension, reasoning, and interpretation in such a way that all these 39 students have the questions from these areas now. Right? Everything is changed. Right? Chart 2 shows the distribution of the students who initially had questions from reasoning, which means these 43 students, and now have they exchanged the students from different categories. So अब इनको 8 मिल गए मैथ से, 11 मिल गए ग्रामर से, and so on and so forth. So reasoning की information हमें दी हुई है. Then 8 students who originally had questions on interpretation have now on reasoning with them. 8 who had comprehension have on interpretation category, and some interchange information is given to them. Now as a student मुझे सबसे पहले तो ये सोचना है that how I am going to display my data. I know that there is some shuffling done in between these 10 variables, five variables. So what is the best way? Just to put it in a way of table, that mathematics, grammar, interpretation, comprehension, reasoning, these were the five categories which will now receive questions from here, right? So इस तरह से मैं अपने डेटा को लिखूंगा so that I can sanitize it and see it in a single place. Okay, let's see the other things now. Okay, let's start putting the data. Right, let's start putting the data. There are reasoning at 43 kids in totality, and the 43 questions: 39, 27, 31, 60. The total is 200. Now the total is 200. Now these are the initial allocations, right? Initially reasoning had these type of question. Now reasoning to reasoning, there are 0 kids which have retained their questions, so this is all is going to be 0. Now what we need to understand, that reasoning has now places people from these places, right? Obviously I'm going to fill in the information and everything, it is just for description purpose. And mathematics have allocated the students are this in this way, that the students who have question on mathematics now have been given to this and this and this, right, in this way. Now let's read what we have. We have pie chart 2, which tells us that reasoning have now received questions from grammar, mathematics, and everywhere. So mathematics, there are 8 questions given to reasoning. From here there are 11. From here there are 13 questions, and here are again 11 questions. So 30, 20, 19, 30 to 43. So 43 questions are again here, right? Now, 8 students who originally had questions on interpretation के थे, have now questions on reasoning with them. अब उनको reasoning से 8 क्वेश्चन मिल गए. Okay. Also 8 who initially had from comprehension have got it from interpretation category. So इनको 8 यहाँ से मिल गई. Fine. All out of students who initially had questions on grammar वाले 3 are from reasoning and 16 from math. So 3 are from reasoning and 16 are from math. So these are the variables that I know I have. Rest, so these are the constant values that I know I have. Rest are all the variables that I have to take in order to fill it. Now another basic thing here, whenever we have these type of questions, we try to put in as less values as possible, right? As less variables as possible. What do I mean by that? Let's say if I'm assuming it to be A, right? So I have filled in all the values. Okay. Now let's say I'm going to fill in some assumed value. So let us say that if this is A, what is this value? This value. I know the total of reasoning was 43. The total of A was 39, 27, 31, and 60. So this value would be nothing but 43 minus 0 plus A plus 3 plus 8. So 32 minus A, right? This value is nothing but 32 minus A. Right. Similarly, these are the two things. I will assume one, I will derive second. Let us say this is B, 24. This would be 15 minus 1. Now this row, the last row of comprehension has only one place left. So how will I use this? 60, that was the total, minus the share of reasoning, the share of math, and the share of interpretation, right? So this will give me 32, 15, 47 plus 855, 5 minus A minus B, so it would be plus A plus B, right? So again there are two places left. I have to assume one. Let us say this is C, right? So 11 and 5, 16. So this would be 27 minus 16, 11 minus A minus B minus C. Now, as soon as I write this, there कुछ चमकना चाहिए अपने को. There is something that should strike to you. What? That these are the questions that are getting interchanged, right? So value of A, B, C has to be less than equal to 11 because this cannot be negative, right? तो ये चीज छोटी छोटी चीजें लिखते ही दिमाग में आनी चाहिए हमारे, right? Okay. So let's see if we can use that somewhere. Now again there are two values. I will have to assume something. Okay, let me assume this. इसको assume करते ही ये और ये दोनों आ जाएंगे. ठीक है. If this is 16, 3, 19, this is 8 minus D. Again, as soon as I write 8 minus D, D has to be less than equal to sorry, D has to be less than equal to 8. Okay. Now this 13 and 8, 21. This has to be 10 minus D. 10 and okay, so 39 minus 10, 29 minus A minus C plus D. Now this 11 and 8, 19, 12, B will get cancelled, 12 plus A plus C, 12A plus C, right? So this is all the data that I have. Now I cannot do anything further. Let's move to the question. Out of the students who initially had questions on interpretation, if the number of students who now have questions on mathematics and grammar, अब जिनके पास mathematics और grammar है, यानी कि this part and this part are same. So B is equal to nothing but 11 minus A minus B minus C. So if I see it, it is nothing but 11 minus 2B. Right? मैंने single जो आपका coefficient था वो मैंने एक जगह रख लिया. Again, a very good information. यहाँ से क्या पता लगता है? See, as soon as you are writing this, 11 minus 2B. So A plus C cannot be negative. B has to be less than equal to 5. Now, then at least how many of the students who now have questions on mathematics, यानी जिनको अब mathematics मिला है, had questions on comprehension, जिनके पास comprehension था, what is the minimum value of this? नाउ इन ऑर्डर टू मिनिमाइज दिस, अगर मुझे इसको मिनिमम करना है तो b को ज्यादा से ज्यादा रखना पड़ेगा। b ज्यादा से ज्यादा क्या रख सकता हूँ 5, जो मैंने यहाँ पे लिखा था। जैसे ही मैंने लिखा तो मेरा आंसर कितना आया 15 minus 5 10। So again, see, as soon as you have filled the data, the question is going to be very easy now. If you have filled it rightly, so the answer of the first question is nothing but 10, right? So first is 10. Second, of the students who had questions on comprehension, what is the minimum number of students who now have questions on reasoning? On reasoning, 32 minus 8. On reasoning, I have to minimize this. Now, in order to minimize this, see, I see, remember when I told you that how can we use constraints? See, a का constant कहाँ से पता लगेगा? If I have to minimize this, I have to keep it as maximum as possible. Can I keep it 32? If I keep it 32, this value will be negative, this value will be negative. What is the maximum I can keep a? Maximum I can keep a is 11, so that this cannot be less than 0. So if I keep it as 11, the answer would be 21. So this is the answer for the second question. Again, see, as soon as you have written this, now the life is going to be very, very easy. So this is 21, right? So first answer was 10, second answer was 21, right? Now, third, if out of the students who initially had questions on mathematics with them, जिनके पास पहले questions थे mathematics में, the number of students who now have questions on comprehension, अब जिनके पास comprehension है, यानी ये part is as large as possible, तो ये ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा बड़ा है. This is as maximum as possible. Then out of the students who now have questions on grammar, अब जिनके पास ग्रामर के क्वेश्चन हैं, यानी कि ये क्वेश्चन, ये स्टूडेंट्स की बात हो रही है जिनके पास अब ग्रामर के क्वेश्चंस हैं, हैव नाउ क्वेश्चंस ऑन ग्रामर, व्हाट इज द मैक्सिमम पॉसिबल नंबर ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स हु इनिशियली हैड क्वेश्चंस ऑन कॉम्प्रिहेंशन? पहले जिनके पास कॉम्प्रिहेंशन था, अब जिनके पास ग्रामर है, यानी आई हैव टू मैक्सिमाइज दिस, ऑल्सो आई हैव टू मैक्सिमाइज दिस. सो दोनों जगह यहाँ पे a प्लस बी यूज हुआ है, यानी कि मुझे इसको इंटरेस्टिंग थिंग सी, मुझे इसको मैक्सिमाइज करना है. मैक्सिमाइज कब होगा? मैक्सिमाइज तो तभी होगा ना जब मैं a प्लस सी को मिनिमाइज करूंगा, a और c को मिनिमाइज करूंगा एंड d को मैक्सिमाइज करूंगा, क्योंकि d प्लस हो रहा है और a और c का सम माइनस हो रहा है. तो क्या कर सकता हूँ? आई डोंट हैव एनी बेसिक रिस्ट्रिक्शंस ऑन देम, राइट? आई कैन डू एनीथिंग 0, आई कैन डू एनीथिंग एल्स. सो लेट अस से a इज इक्वल टू c इज इक्वल टू 0. I can do that. I don't have any other restriction. So if this is 0, the answer is 29 plus d. Now what is the maximum value of d I can keep? The maximum value of d I can keep is 8 using this constraint, right? As soon as I wrote this, मुझे पता होना चाहिए. So 29 plus 8 कितना आया मेरे पास? 37, right? So these are 37 students. This is 0. So this is 23. नहीं, 40, 22, 23. चलो, नाउ आई हैव टू मैक्सिमाइज दिस. 5 प्लस a प्लस b को मुझे मैक्सिमाइज करना है. a को तो मैंने वैसे ही 0 ले लिया, तो यानी b को मैक्सिमाइज करना है. आई हैव टू मैक्सिमाइज द वैल्यू ऑफ b. व्हाट इज द मैक्सिमम वैल्यू ऑफ b आई कैन कीप? b का a की कांस्टेंट है ये वाला 11 माइनस a माइनस b माइनस c. b को मैक्सिमम कितना रख सकता हूँ मैं? 11. अब मैं a को और कुछ नहीं रख सकता मैक्सिमम. व्हाई? बिकॉज a को मैं यहाँ पे ऑलरेडी 0 कर ही चुका हूँ, और वैसे भी अगर मैंने b को 11 रख दिया तो a ऑटोमेटिकली 0 हो जाएगा. a 1 कुछ भी नहीं हो सकता, राइट? So answer to this question would be 16. So the third has the answer 16. Again, a pretty straightforward one once you have written everything. Let's read the last question now. Now, what does the last question say? If out of the students who initially had question on mathematics, इनके पास पहले mathematics थे, and now have question on reasoning, और अब reasoning है, are twice the number of students who have the question on grammar. So a is basically 2 times c. So a is 2c. Okay. Then at least how many students who now have questions on comprehension, जिनके पास अब comprehension के questions हैं, that at least now have question on comprehension with them, initially had mathematics होना चाहिए, और अब comprehension है उनके पास, यानी इनको minimize करना है. now I have to minimize this. ठीक है, इसको minimize करना है. a is equal to 2c दिया हुआ है basically. So 29 minus, if I substitute A as 2C, 29 minus 3C plus D plus D. I have to minimize this, right? If I have to minimize this, D तो मुझे पता है मैं जीरो कर देता हूँ, D का कोई कांस्टेंट नहीं है तो D को जीरो कर दिया. So 29 minus 3C, राइट, क्योंकि प्लस हो रहा था ना D, तो इसलिए D को मिनिमाइज करना था, D जीरो कर दिया. C को मुझे मैक्सिमाइज करना है, आई हैव टू मैक्सिमाइज द वैल्यू ऑफ C. C कहाँ से मैक्सिमाइज होगा? एक ही कंडीशन थी C की, ये वाली. यहाँ पे क्या दिया हुआ है? 11 माइनस A माइनस B माइनस C. अब मुझे C को अगर, अब देखो A तो 2B है, सो बेसिकली इट इज नथिंग बट 11 माइनस 3C माइनस B. A को मैंने 2C पुट करा, which means the maximum value that I can put for C is 3. C को 3 से ज़्यादा तो नहीं रख सकता ना मैं, राइट, बिकॉज इफ C को 4 रखूंगा पूरा नेगेटिव हो जाएगा. सो इफ C is 3, इफ C जो है 3 लिखूंगा तो 29 minus 3 into 3, 29 minus 9, the answer is 20. So this value is 20. The minimum value that I can put here using this constraint of twice is 20. So this completes my set. Trust me, only 2 to 3 people were able to do this set, right? It is a good one because it involves a lot of variable and we cannot optimize it in such a way. So if you are able to do this set in 10 to 12 minutes, you are on a good track, right? And as I said, the new batch is going to be launched super soon. If you are interested, you can join us. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great day.